I should have went live and not told you because you were like singing. He was singing the good old hockey game and and he's going on. What do you think that means?
Nothing like a little stomping Tom when you're up a bit.
Right, Sarnia Sting leading 2-1.
Yep.
And let's talk about those goals. Owen Say, and
yeah,
I mean he got that monkey off his back. Now he's got his first OHL career goal.
100%, and good for him.
It was
a beauty.
Well played all the way through.
100%.
And that was like 100%. In the first 2 minutes of period one. 1 minute later to the second, Ryan McGregor shows up with some help from Perreault. And again, that was just another
oh my goodness. It was
swarm, if you will.
Everybody was in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's talk about this because the story of the game for me so far in that first period of hockey is some of our young guys, because we got Nolan DeGursey is up because Legionnaires are unfortunately out of their division. So we'll have Nolan DeGursey as often as we need him in the rest of the season. And, I mean, what a game he's having. He's out there. He's come to play, and I love that. Owen Say, I mean, wow, he's been doing a terrific job out there.
Yeah.
You know, really throwing the body around and making things happen. I just love the way he's playing. This has been a good period so far.
It has turned out really well, and the Sarnia Sting are playing the way we'd like to see them play, right?
Sure.
And you know, they
now,
knew they were.
On the other hand, we're still down in the shot clock.
Yeah.
They got 12, and we only got 8 shots on goal.
We got to work on that, right?
But you know what? I mean, look what happened. I mean, honestly, that Owen Say goal was that's a testimony to what happens when you just sometimes take the shot, regardless of the traffic. Sometimes you just get the right bounce happening, and you end up with a goal. That first goal was brilliant, but I mean, he took a chance and shot. He could have passed it to any number of guys. We could have juggled it around in there, but he took the shot, and it made it work.
And you have to. I don't mind giving credit where credit is due. Keegan Stevenson, who got the goal for the Guelph Storm. It was a nice goal in there as well.
Goal.
He snuck it in well. And speaking of that, and he had a couple of chances on Ben Gaudreau. One where. And let's maybe talk about this if you know what I'm talking about. Stevenson was all alone in front of Ben Gaudreau there. All alone. And Gaudreau was able to do his job very well because I don't know. Well, I'll say holy crap.
He's keeping us in this game right now. No, he's absolutely keeping us in this game right now.
And he, what did you see happen there? You know, like I say, Stevenson was there all by himself. There was where was everybody?
Well, and I don't know because this has been a challenge with our defense so far this year. One of two situations tend to exist with our defense. Either we're swarming our goal, and I mean, if you had watched the Knights game, 2 of the goals that the Knights got against us the other night were simply because our player was screening the goaltender.
Right.
He was, we had Kelton Hatcher tangled up with Ben Gaudreau, and they scored because of that. So that's one where we're collapsed too close on our net and not giving our goaltender a good enough line of sight on some of these shots, which would help him to stop more if we let that happen. Or the reverses thing is that we give up at the blue line, and then we don't have enough guys playing D to stop, those options from happening, and those, sort of odd man rushes and those little short breakaway things, and
it makes a difference. It obviously makes a difference. I wasn't ignoring you. I was looking to check for messages there.
Is Danny Coxamilio telling me to shut up again?
No, he wasn't telling you to shut up.
Simmer down or whatever it was.
He was saying your mic was too loud and mine was too quiet. That's all.
Turn him down, he said, or something like that.
Well, I won't tell you. That's what he said publicly.
Okay.
I won't tell you what he private messaged me because that's private. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks, Danny. I appreciate
Thanks,
that.
Danny. Appreciate
and,
it.
And if I don't see your I got a new system here because we're on Facebook and Twitter, so if I don't see your comments, I apologize. Still figuring that out because the BOY dumped me again.
Yeah.
And I don't have the producer.
I
This
know.
is a really nice hockey game, what we've seen so far. I mean, when we're just talking
Good
hockey,
hockey.
period,
Yeah.
on both sides, and Guelph is got to be in a bit of shock here
Sure.
right now. If I was the Guelph Storm, I'd be going, what just happened in the first 3 minutes of that
we came
period?
out guns ablaze.
And how did, whoa, we're up here and they're down here.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's starting to sting? We've said it often. They've got it in them. They just don't always seem to be able to find it.
Absolutely.
But this first period, one of the best first periods that I've seen
in a while.
all season. I'll say that.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it's been a great pace of hockey so far. Like it's been, I think we came out and we were first to the puck, and we were, we were battling in the corners, and we were in their jerseys and stuff like that. And I like it because honestly, that period of hockey, I have to say. Honestly, the referees did not make one hill of beans of difference in that. They let the players play. The players played hockey.
Oh, they did. The referees did good.
I think that was a good That was a good period of hockey. Now, no, don't get me wrong.
No, I understand.
There was some shenanigans going on out there on both sides. I get it, but for the most part, the referees did not impose their will on the game, and that's what I don't like.
Yeah, well, you've always had that feeling of sometimes they set the pace and sometimes they set a tone you don't like.
100%.
But
Keep guys safe. That's important, and protect the main tenets of the game. But some of these little marginal calls at the wrong time, and the game can really get put in the hands of the referees.
Yeah.
But so far, my hats off to these guys because I think that was a
well,
good
the referees will
period
be
of hockey.
happy to know that
100%. I am full support of these guys right now.
Let me talk about passing out there because that's been a topic of conversation that we've had. You know what? I'm seeing some good long passing that I don't think we've seen in a while.
You know what?
There's
it's
still
not even
some
just
short.
the long ones. The Sam Bitten, the pass to Sam Bitten, he was coming in and he met with some resistance, 2 or 3 players, and he stopped up, came around and did a backhanded pass, and it was perfect. It just put it in exactly the right spot, hit one of our guys, kept that play going forward. You know what? It's been a good passing period too.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
I think who knows what changed things out there.
I don't know, but I'm liking what I see right now. And if we played like this all season, I think it would have been a very different.
No doubt. As I said, the first period, one of the best first periods I've seen for the Sarnia Sting. As we've said, and the Sarnia Sting have often agreed that the second period has been their best period. Yeah. Let's see them do that again.
For sure. And we got a couple of Guelph fans sitting in our section.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah.
How's that going?
Well, it's going good. It's going good, I got to say. Because it's nice. It adds certain amount of...
Shout out to the Guelph fans. That's not a short trip. It's a couple hours anyway, right,
yeah,
to get
absolutely.
down here. And, geez, what a nice day for it, right?
Perfect
it doesn't seem like a day for hockey out there. It seems like spring, but
you know what?
Real quick before it goes away, let's go to the out-of-town scoreboard.
8-0 Ottawa over North Bay.
Bay.
Saginaw over Erie 4-3. Peterborough 12-1 over Niagara. That's a football game going on. 39 guys, we're long punt.
That's awesome. Well,
oh my goodness, that is
interesting. Oh yeah, carry on.
All right, here we go.
Look at this.
Sudbury 8-0 over Kingston. Wow. Oshawa and London knotted at zeros, and Kitchener over Windsor 3-2. That's a surprising one for me. I would have expected Windsor to beat, but that game's not over yet. So I think there's
really been, just looking at that out-of-town scoreboard.
There's some big scoring games out there.
Some whoopsie-doos going on there.
Well, and they can't be. Depending on whether they were a 2 or a 4 o'clock game, those can't be too deep into the game yet. So.
Well, we'll look into that, but lots of interesting things have happened in the OHL this entire season.
Yeah.
We saw, even we've talked about the Sioux Greyhounds and
Yeah.
how they're like on the other side of the coin this season. Let's go back to talking about Flint as well.
Sure,
And
Flint's
Saginaw,
doing
and,
well,
and
yeah.
there's just it's whoopsie doozy over
Yeah.
this OHL
But it's
season.
good, you know,
But
I
that's
mean,
what makes for great hockey.
makes for
here.
great hockey.
Makes what a great sport out
Been
here
a good
as well.
game so far today, for sure.
Nice to see the turnout here on a Sunday afternoon. It's
yeah.
always family day here to get special family packs available to get people out here as well. And I do want to mention once again the Captain's Corner that we had at Match Eatery in the Point Edward Casino.
Yeah.
We live streamed that. It was a lot of fun, I got to tell you. I got to take the comments from the audience on Facebook, and there was some fun ones. We even got like one girl asked, why did Kelton Hatcher cut his hair? She was sad.
I know. He had some total flow going on there for a while.
Right, and
outstanding.
So it was some really interesting questions. We're going to be seeing more of that with the Sarnia Sting.
I had a good Sting weekend because I actually picked up on Facebook Marketplace. I managed to pick up 3 pennants, Sarnia Sting pennants.
Oh, wow.
From the very early years, from the 94, 95, 96 era. For $20. That was awesome. So thanks to my buddy Doug out there, if you're watching, Doug.
Nothing like a good deal.
Yeah, and I also picked up a set of cards that helped me make my collection just that little much better. I'm still missing 2 seasons. I don't know. I've got every Sarnia Sting hockey card ever produced except for 2 seasons.
Wow.
And I can't find them. Just can't find them. If there's anybody out there, I'm
you go.
looking for,
Who is it?
I think it's 2001, 2002, and it's 1998, 99, or
Okay.
somewhere around
Have
there.
you
But
reached
anyway,
out to the Sting and asked
I
them?
totally have. And still,
Okay.
I
All right.
have no information.
I think we should just have a sit down and interview you just about your hockey
100%.
card collection.
Oh my God, it's incredible. I got
That'd
some
be
signed
like
stuff.
what, a 4-hour
It's
documentary?
Well, I got every year since 1994.
Wow, that's cool, man. All right.
So it's pretty cool.
Well, what else is really cool is the Sarnia Sting up on the board right now
Yes.
at 2-1
Yes.
over top of a really top team here. The Guelph Storm. Shots on goal 12 for Guelph and 8 for us. Let's bump that up a
But
little
that's
bit
8
more.
good ones.
It is 8 good ones.
Yeah.
And you know what? Before we go, Owen Say getting his first OHL career goal.
That's outstanding.
We've seen when the player gets that first one,
Absolutely.
there's another one
Let's
coming.
pull that cork
Right?
and then see
We
how
saw
it
that with
dumps
Kelton
out.
Hatcher
Sure did.
last season. You know, he was like, took him 2 years to get
Yeah.
that first goal, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden 3-4. Anyway, hopefully we're going to see some more positive stuff
I
from the
hope so,
Sarnia
too.
Sting. We'll be back here again at the end of the next 20 minutes of hockey, the second period, with myself, the show. What am I?
Dave Burrows
Wow.
with the show.
Take 2. We're live.
There you go.
I'm David Burrows for the show live on location. My good friend Jay Becker.
Go Sting, go!
Talk to you.